we're just going for a leisurely drive today. With the stack moving. Guess what we're doing? Good afternoon, everyone. It's about the 12th of January. We're back out to the marsh here to pick the rest of our bales. I don't know if you can see that back there. We got 150 bales out there yet. There's another 20 bales or so north. And there's a roughly 125 as of yesterday to get out here. So close to 300 bales. Got a little bit delayed from different things. Life happening there for about 10 days in November, with Sherry's dad passing away and whatnot. So, and then we were wanting to get some other jobs done while the weather was nice, and it was a little wet out here too. So for a bit there we had some wet weather there in November also. So we did get, if you remember some of our past videos, we got bales out from way out there, which is good, and some bales further east out there. Some of the trickier areas to get when the snow gets deep. At least what we've got left is not as bad to get to. Dad went out yesterday with the bale picker and got 3 loads in the afternoon, which I thought he did pretty good. I didn't know, I thought maybe we'd have to go out here with the wheel loader and the blade, or even the snow blower, because right now we got, as you see, we got the front wheel assist on the stack mover and the other tractor's on the bale picker. So but he said he was able to, some places, yeah, you can't really get to the bales. Well, here's 3 bales here. A little difficult to get out with the bale picker. Now we have to spike them out. Oh, not too bad. There's probably a foot and a half around each bale. But once you get out in the open, it's maybe, I don't know, we're going to find out when we get out there. So Dad says it wasn't too bad, so let's get out there and let's get hoisting some bales out. It's going to be a little slower going, but that's the way it is when you wait this long. And yeah, so let's get out there. Well, we got out here. Yeah, Dad had I forgot he had the bucket on the tractor yesterday, so he was able to push a little bit of snow, and he was able to pick these bales without too much trouble. The snow is not hard, that's one good thing about it, but it's just where it's drifted in, like say along, well, of course along the slough there, where it's going to be a little more difficult, and right here, yeah, it looks like he did a little bit of chugging there, but just the way it is right now. You just gotta, I see he's flipped the bale or two over, but the bales aren't freezing down yet. But it's time to get these bales out, because once you get into, right now the weather's pretty decent. You get a thaw, like towards spring when it's thawing and freezing every night. These bales will, while the water starts forming around the bales at the bottom, and then the net wrap and the twine starts sticking to the bottom, and then you're ripping bales out. So anyways, Dad has decided to park the picker there, because we're gonna, like we did in our other video, if you remember, for those of you that follow, you load this first, get him going, and And then I'll probably spike a few bales and line some up so I can load with the picker. So let's get at her. Well, there's load number one for Dad. 18 bales. Get him whisked away, and I guess I'll see where I can get my load next. Okay, I just wanted to show you what happens if you leave your bales out too long. This one's pretty good. I see the odd one is ripping a little bit on the edges here. A little bit of sticking going on to the ground. So what happens? Moisture from the bale or from the snow runs down onto the ground here, or sometimes during a thaw the ground melts here, or the snow, pardon me, the snow melts here, starts forming water puddles, and then when it freezes to this part of the bale, and that's where the sticking becomes a problem. So if you can get the bales out before, well, this is pretty much the time to do it now, because you wait too much longer, especially if we get into another thaw session, those bales are going to start sticking to the ground. And there's a little bit of freezing there already, but it's not too terrible. But basically, this part of the bale will freeze down. Well, I got some bales rode up here for the bale picker. Here, and then there's another 7 out there where the picker is. And this one, I don't know, I think the net wrap wasn't quite on right. I know I was having some trouble this summer with it on the baler. I was coming along good, and all of a sudden she just whoop. There was only about that much net wrap on there, so wasn't tied properly, I guess. I'll have to come out with the grapple fork and maybe an old rack or something to bring that home. Or I'll just try and, well, no, I'll pretty much need the grapple fork because I'm just going to make a bigger mess. Okay, Dad should be along here shortly. We'll get him loaded and then I'll load myself. head off on the second load, and I got my first load. Having a little fun there with the bale fork there. This bale seemed to want to slide off. Get a little snow on there, and wet snow, and we just want to slide off the forks, so you gotta be very careful loading them. All the joys of wintertime bale picking. I don't know if we'll catch up with another load today or what, but we'll see you when we see you. Well, it's the next morning, and we already got our one load loaded for this morning. Dad's heading home with that load. We're finished at Jiggins's over there. I think there's 4 bales left. We managed to get it all done there yesterday. It was pretty much supper time when we got finished. So Dad suggested maybe we just leave stuff hooked up, and instead of feeding cows in the morning, let's go and get as many bales as we can, and we'll feed afterwards. So I thought that was a pretty good idea. Our 20 bale, well, we just come from what we call 2 down there. There's 2 bales left out there to go get, but we can get them later. And like I think I said before, there's 4 bales left out there at Jiggins's, but we'll get them another time. And this is today's project, working out on what we call 36, and there's about 150 bales. So let's see what we get done here. We had a little hiccup yesterday on our last trip. Dad decided to bury himself in a snowdrift like that beside a slough, and we had a little fun getting them out. We got them out. Good thing I didn't video that, because yours truly here was a little excited, those of you that know me. Yeah, getting dark and we're getting stuck, and I was starting to get stuck too, trying to push them out with the loader. So we got out, but we thought we had an oil leak on our front wheel assist, but it looks like it's corrected itself. So anyways, we're back in the saddle, and let's get out some bale hauling. We'll talk to you later. Well, it's about mid-afternoon, and I had to stop for lunch. Sherry got me a sandwich from Subway here, so she's meeting up with me at the East Yard here, and I've been having been doing much videoing, because I've gotten 3 loads with the picker, and Dad's brought in 5 loads with the stack mover. So I've been just busy grouping up bales while he was hauling, because we only haul, it's only about what, just over half a mile to the provincial road, and then down 2 miles, so 3 miles one way. So he's been getting back quicker than I can load and get back here, so I've been just staying out in the field. So it looks like the end is near, so one more trip for each one of us, and we pretty much got her licked. So let's go enjoy some lunch. Well, it's just after 4 o'clock, and that's what's left. 7 bales. As you can see, every bale has been picked up. Nice feeling to have. There's my last load for today. Just those 7 bales left. And I think there's 2 bales on that other quarter down there, and about 3 to 4 bales out there. So load on picking up my gloves. Not quite a load left. And it's been raining off and on here the last couple hours. The snow has been melting. It was melting even last night. So she's pretty soft here now. It is time that these bales got picked up. I waited long enough, but it happens. And it'll probably happen again. Hopefully not. On that note, I guess we'll call this another video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.